and I suppose, well, what the Tifosi think of him.
Well, everybody's so excited, and it actually surprised all of us, even us from Sky Italy. I mean, people have been here since 5 a.m, waiting here, keeping their place, and it's just been a really good atmosphere, like a party.
Ferrari.
Are you hiding or are you coming out? I've been waiting for this day forever, so...
Ferrari marks a significant turning point in his illustrious career. After 12 years with Mercedes, where he clinched 6 of his 7 world titles, Hamilton has embarked on a new journey with Ferrari. The anticipation surrounding this move has been building since the announcement was made on February 1st, 2024. And finally, on January 22nd, 2025, Hamilton stepped into Ferrari's Maranello headquarters for the first time as their driver. The fact that fans were willing to wait since the early hours of the morning speaks volumes about the anticipation and passion this move has generated. It's not just another driver joining a new team, it's a union of 2 of the most iconic names in Formula One history.
And everybody just really getting excited for the season. I think with a good end of the season also with Ferrari, that gave high hopes. And then there's been a lot of waiting because this announcement came the 1st of February last year. So, I mean, the Tifosi had to wait quite a lot of time before this could actually happen.
The year-long wait since the announcement has only intensified the excitement. Moreover, Ferrari's strong performance towards the end of the previous season has fueled optimism among fans and team members alike, creating a perfect storm of anticipation for Hamilton's arrival. But what about Charles Leclerc, Ferrari's existing star driver? Piria offered her thoughts on how Hamilton's arrival might affect the young Monegasque.
What do you reckon is going on in Charles's mind?
Well, I mean, Charles has really, he grew up here. Since he's a kid, he's lived in Maranello, he's been here, so he really feels at home. And when I can imagine him here, you don't feel, out of your space. You feel at home. But obviously he sees a challenge, he's always been the number one driver in a sense, and he's always been the number one driver on and off track in terms also, I mean, the Ferrari fans have always had more likes for Charles. And now things seem to be a little bit different.
While Leclerc has been the de facto team leader, Hamilton's arrival presents both a challenge and an opportunity.
But obviously, I think that would just give extra motivation for Charles. Obviously, he can learn so much from Lewis, the art of saving the tires, the racing management, the hammer time. That's all stuff he can learn. And also all stuff that he will be happy that Lewis will transmit to Ferrari, so it would be really good.
100%. I mean,
the combination of Leclerc's raw talent and Hamilton's vast experience could prove to be a formidable force in the upcoming season. Moving on to Hamilton's first day of testing, despite challenging weather conditions, the British driver wasted no time in getting to grips with his new machine.
For the start of the year.
Well, we've already seen the session this morning, even though it was quite unfortunate for the weather. It's really damp, wet, it's really cold, it's like 4 degrees. We saw Lewis try different stuff. We saw him work a bit with the e-diff. We saw him work with the brake balance and everything, so some locking. He wasn't just going around and doing installation laps. He was actually trying things, I would say. Not pushing, but trying a few things. So that's him getting into...
To put Hamilton's move into historical context, Piria drew comparisons with other English sports figures who have made significant impacts in Italy.
Listen, just finally, I'm much older than you. I can remember Ian Rush coming here. People still talk about John Charles playing for Juventus in the 60s and Dennis Law, who sadly passed away, and then Paul Gascoigne and David Platt. Is this the biggest English import to Italy in sport ever? And what do you think? What's your feeling? Is it going to be a success or is it going to go a bit flat?
Well, I just want to give you one fact. The picture that Lewis posted together with Ferrari, with him standing in front of the house of Enzo Ferrari with the F40, is the most liked picture in the history of F1. 5.2 million likes.
This unprecedented social media response shows the global excitement surrounding Hamilton's move to Ferrari. It's not just fans in Maranello who are captivated, it's a worldwide phenomenon. Hamilton's first drive in a Ferrari Formula One car took place on Wednesday, January 22, 2025, at the team's Fiorano test track. He was behind the wheel of a 2023 specification Ferrari SF23, bearing his iconic racing number 44. For the occasion, Hamilton sported a new helmet design in yellow with a prominent prancing horse logo, symbolizing his new allegiance. Despite the cold and wet conditions, around 1,000 spectators gathered on a nearby bridge to witness this historic moment. Hamilton's first lap began at 9:16 a.m. local time, with light fog adding to the dramatic atmosphere. Throughout the day, he completed 30 laps, giving both himself and the team valuable data and experience. Hamilton's interaction with the fans was a highlight of the day. Wearing a jacket in Ferrari red, he approached the spectators, waving, giving thumbs-up gestures, and putting a hand to his heart. The presence of Hamilton's family members, including his mother, added a personal touch to this professional milestone. Hamilton's own words best capture his emotions on this momentous day. He said, "When I started the car up and drove through that garage door, I had the biggest smile on my face. It reminded me of the very first time I tested a Formula One car. It was such an exciting and special moment. And here I am, almost 20 years later, feeling those emotions all over again." He added, "I've been lucky enough to have many firsts in my career, from the first test to the first race, podium, win, and championship, so I wasn't sure how many more firsts I had, but driving a Scuderia Ferrari F1 car for the first time this morning was one of the best feelings of my life." The excitement surrounding Hamilton's Ferrari debut extends beyond the world of Formula One. Even in the midst of the Australian Open tennis tournament, Italian tennis star Jannik Sinner found time to comment on the event. He said, "It's still pretty strange to see him in red, but it'll be a great season." Ferrari team principal Frédéric Vasseur also shared his thoughts on Hamilton's arrival and the upcoming season. When asked about Ferrari's chances of challenging for both championships, Vasseur said,
"Yeah, but first of all, it's true that we did a good 2024 season, that at least much better than 2023. Everything is going on the right direction, and reliability, pit stop strategy, number of points scored during the season, something like plus 60%, number of wins. We are going on the right direction, but the most important is the last step."
Vasseur's words reflect optimism, acknowledging the team's progress while emphasizing the challenges ahead.
And we missed the title for 14 points. It's not in Abu Dhabi that we missed something. I think it's much before. And it's true that if you want to fight next year for the championship, you have to do everything perfect. The fight will be tight between the four teams. I'm sure that Mercedes and Red Bull will be back. McLaren will be still there. And it means that we have to improve where we were a bit weak this season and to fine-tune this.
Regarding Hamilton's first day at Ferrari, Vasseur said,
"Yeah, it's true that it's quite emotional because I think he has this moment in his mind for probably 20 years. That it means that it will be emotional, but it has to be emotional for one lap. That's
Fair enough.
And then to be focused."
Wow, you've got your mind on the business, and so has he.
Vasseur also addressed the potential challenge of having two top drivers in Hamilton and Leclerc.
For you, if it comes...
Yeah, I prefer to fight for 1-2 than for 19-20, okay? This is clear. And I think it's also part of the performance. It's that clearly, you know, the last 2 years I let them race on track, and it was for the benefits of the team, because that the emulation that we created like this was part of the recovery when we had tough times, and they had huge respect.
Martin Brundle, a respected voice in the Formula One community, also shared his thoughts on Hamilton's move to Ferrari.
Numbers. So is he going to emerge re-energized? Is he worth the money?
Yeah, unquestionably. I mean, already, two of the biggest names in the history, the 75-year-old history of Formula One. Some would maybe say the biggest two names in Ferrari and Hamilton getting together. Lewis dressed all in the red, the scarlet of the prancing horse. Absolutely an extraordinary story. The story that will keep giving, the gift, if you like, they'll keep giving for us, I think, in Sky F1. But
Brundle's comments highlight the historical significance of this partnership between Hamilton and Ferrari.
I think he will. He had all that time at McLaren, then Mercedes. There's only his third team in Formula One. And he'll want to go there and show that despite just turning 40, he's not over the hill like some people were saying last year. And he wants to show he's made the right decision again. And I think he'll go there full of energy. Bit of a challenge, though, because
Brundle also addressed the potential challenges Hamilton might face.
he's got to, in a different language, perhaps understand where all the green buttons are in a team. He's left behind Bono, his famous engineer, and the comfort zone of Mercedes. So it won't be that easy, and that's why I think he's parachuted back in Angela and his manager Mark Hines and to get a team around him. So some big challenges. Charles Leclerc, his teammate's been there for.
The first radio message between Hamilton and his new team at Ferrari has also been revealed. In the audio shared by Ferrari, Hamilton can be heard saying,
Radio check, please. Wow. It's, wow, that was amazing.
Charles Leclerc, Hamilton's new teammate at Ferrari, has also expressed his thoughts on the arrival of the 7-time world champion. Leclerc said, "The first day back in the car is always a great feeling after the holidays. It's good to be back on track, to see that so many fans came out to watch us. Feeling all this excitement surrounding the team is very motivating." Angela Cullen reunites with Lewis Hamilton as he begins his Ferrari journey. This reunion marks a significant moment in Formula One history, bringing together one of the sport's most successful partnerships once again. To fully appreciate the importance of this development, we need to understand the background of Angela Cullen's role in Lewis Hamilton's career. From 2016 to 2023, Cullen served as Hamilton's physiotherapist and assistant at Mercedes. During this period, Hamilton achieved unprecedented success, securing 4 consecutive world championships from 2017 to 2020. Cullen's impact on Hamilton's performance was substantial as she became an integral part of his inner circle and support system. The partnership between Hamilton and Cullen began in 2016, a year that saw Nico Rosberg clinch the Drivers' Championship title from his Mercedes teammate. However, with Cullen's guidance, Hamilton reclaimed his throne, securing 4 consecutive titles and outshining his new partner Valtteri Bottas following Rosberg's retirement. This period marked the peak of Hamilton's career as he stormed to 4 consecutive titles between 2017 and 2020, equaling Michael Schumacher's long-standing record of 7 world championships. Cullen's role extended beyond that of a typical physiotherapist. She was Hamilton's confidant, assistant, and main support system. The two were inseparable in the paddock for a long time, with Cullen playing a crucial role in maintaining Hamilton's physical and mental balance in the high-pressure environment of Formula One. However, in March 2023, Hamilton and Cullen suddenly parted ways. This unexpected split occurred just before the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, the second race of the 2023 season. The news came as a surprise to many given the success and closeness of their professional relationship. At the time, Hamilton posted on Instagram thanking Cullen. "For the last 7 years at Cullen, Angela has been by my side, pushing me to be the best version of myself. I am a stronger athlete and a better person because of her. So today, I hope you'll join me in wishing her the very best as she takes her next steps to pursue her dreams." Following the split, Cullen took some time off from Formula One and eventually found her way to IndyCar, where she teamed up with fellow New Zealander Marcus Armstrong. Meanwhile, Hamilton faced challenges on the track, enduring 2 consecutive winless seasons in 2022 and 2023. Fast forward to recent events. and we see the first hints of a possible reunion. On Hamilton's 40th birthday on January 7th, 2025, both he and Cullen posted intriguing social media updates. Hamilton shared an image of himself standing atop a mountain during a skiing holiday with the caption, "Another one around the sun. Thanks for all the birthday love. Hard at work already. Talk soon." On the same day, Cullen posted a picture of herself on the slopes with a small red flag displaying Hamilton's iconic race number, 44, in the background. These synchronized posts sparked speculation among fans and media alike. It was unclear whether the pair were together or on separate skiing holidays, or if their social media activity was intentionally coordinated. However, these posts were enough to send Hamilton fans into a frenzy, reigniting hopes of a potential reunion. Adding fuel to the fire were reports that Cullen was staying near the Fiorano circuit, where Hamilton was expected to make his Ferrari test debut. This proximity raised eyebrows and led to increased speculation about a potential reunion. The Daily Mail reported that Cullen was staying locally as Hamilton prepared for his first run in a Ferrari F1 car. The speculation has now been confirmed by multiple reputable sources. Angela Cullen is indeed rejoining Lewis Hamilton's team, but with a new twist. She's not just returning to her previous role, she's becoming part of Hamilton's Project 44 company. This arrangement sees Cullen taking on the role of team physiotherapist within the performance team. Motorsport.com, part of the Autosport Group, reported Hamilton has reunited with physio Angela Cullen. Lewis signed her to his Project 44 company. Autosport and the race have also confirmed this news, lending further credibility to the reports. Cullen will be working under Mark Hines, who serves as the race director. Hines, who previously worked with Hamilton between 2016 and 2021, has recently reunited with the racing star and oversees Hamilton's Project 44, the company which manages the F1 icon's business affairs. This structure places Cullen as part of Hamilton's broader support team at Ferrari. It's worth noting that Cullen's presence was spotted at Fiorano during Hamilton's Ferrari debut. She was seen dressed in Scuderia gear during a promotional video, sporting headphones while standing next to team principal Frederick Vasseur in the garage. The reunion of Hamilton and Cullen has generated significant excitement among fans. Social media platforms have been buzzing with positive reactions, with many expressing their joy at seeing this successful partnership rekindled. One fan commented, "Ah, this soothes my heart. Angela is so sweet." While another exclaimed, "Reunited duo Ferrari's gain. Hamilton and Cullen's winning formula." Many fans welcome Cullen back with comments like, "Welcome back, Angie," and "Best news ever." One enthusiastic fan wrote, "The best possible news." Now the magic begins. The potential impact of Cullen's return on Hamilton's performance at Ferrari is a topic of much discussion. Martin Brundle, a former F1 driver and current pundit, believes that Cullen's return is crucial for Hamilton as he adapts to his new environment at Ferrari. Brundle stated, "A bit of a challenge though, because it's a different language perhaps to understand where all the green buttons are in a team. He's left behind Bono, his famous engineer, and the comfort zone of Mercedes. It won't be that easy. That's why he's parachuted Angela Cullen and his manager Mark Hines to get a team around him."
Bit of a challenge though, because he's got to, in a different language, perhaps understand where all the green buttons are in a team. He's left behind Bono, his famous engineer, and the comfort zone of Mercedes. So it won't be that easy, and that's why I think he's parachuted back in Angela and his manager Mark Hines and to get a team around him. So
Brundle further elaborated on the challenges Hamilton faces. There are some big challenges. His teammate Charles Leclerc has been there 7 years effectively and knows exactly where the buttons are and who does what, and makes things happen. Lewis will have to face that. Leclerc is incredibly fast, but I have no doubt that if Ferrari have a race-winning car or a championship-winning car, then Lewis can win races, and even the championship.
Some big challenges. Charles Leclerc, his teammate's been there for 7 years effectively, knows exactly where all the green buttons are and who does what, who makes things happen. And so Lewis will have to face that. Leclerc is incredibly fast, but I have no doubt that if Ferrari have a race-winning car or a championship-winning car, then Lewis can win races and even the championship.
While the exact reasons for the initial split and subsequent reunion remain unclear, it's evident that Hamilton values Cullen's contribution to his success. Hamilton once said of Cullen, people, for sure, won't understand it naturally because they see it from a distance, but she has been one of the greatest things that's happened to me in my life. I've been fortunate to work with a lot of people, and she's the single hardest working woman that I get to be around. She's focused, selfless, and she makes my weekends peaceful. Every day I wake up, whatever time it is, she's just positive. Never a single day has she been negative. So that's very, very important. I think it's important in life to put positive people around you. You can't be going around with dead weights. You can't be going around with people who don't inspire you to be better and lift you up when you're down. You need to be around people who can do that for you, and she's one of them. Even after their separation, Hamilton and Cullen maintained contact. Hamilton said in 2023, Angela is living her life right now. She has a lot of ideas of things she wants to do. We message each other almost every day. And we're still going skydiving together. We'll always be in each other's lives. We are united to each other, unfortunately or fortunately. We have been through thick and thin. I'm grateful that our relationship is as good as it is. We have probably had one of the longest relationships, I would say, in the sport. I'm incredibly grateful. I love her very much. Looking ahead, expectations are high for the Hamilton-Cullen partnership at Ferrari. Their previous success together at Mercedes sets a high bar, but it also provides a solid foundation for their new endeavor. The upcoming milestones, such as the car launch on February 19th and preseason testing, will offer the first glimpses of how this partnership might influence Hamilton's performance in the 2025 F1 season.